Hello and welcome to my very first Zendikar Rising draft here on MTG Arena. Before the draft begins, consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you want to see more MTG draft videos. And looks like we're just about ready, so as soon as this last guy joins the table, we can get this going and see what's in store. Okay, so these cards, I know very little about what they do. I like these dual lands, though. Blood Chief's Thirst. What do this do? Turn target creature card. So yeah, I don't know much about this set. I'm leaning towards just taking the land and kind of seeing where we go from there. I took a pretty long hiatus from Magic because I find the core sets to be super boring, and so I played a little bit with this just to get the gold to start this draft, but so you got some landfall. Adventure awaits. Yeah, I like this warrior pump creature though. I think we might take that. I don't usually go for the aggressive strategies, but warriors seem to be a big thing in this set. Well, the warriors, rogues, clerics, and wizards. Ooh, and now we get a white-red duel. Let's just pick that right up. So yeah, if you're new to Zendikar Rising, you are in good company because I don't really know what we're going to do with this draft. We're just kind of seeing what comes our way and what we can make of it. Well, let's see. Gives a target creature indestructible. There's a disenchant. Here's Binding seems pretty good. It's too white, but it's very good removal, and it works on planeswalkers too. The bird is kind of meh. But we have the green-white in case we want to play a green card. I think we may try and do the red-white now that we have the warrior pump creature. And nothing that stands out to me here. It's a 2-1 that blocks as a 2-3 basically. So that adds mana if you have a bunch of creatures in your party, but it's only red mana. These all seem kind of like medium picks. I think I'll just take Sneaking Guide, could be useful. And it's in red, let's just pick it up. So yeah, Zendikar Rising seems pretty interesting to me so far. I've been mostly playing a rogue flash deck in standard. I try to do limited more than actual standard, but gotta get gold somehow, right? So hopefully we can get a lot more warriors. I know there's equipment and stuff in this set too, so that'll help us out a lot if we can get some of that. Let's see, another disenchant. Might of Marasa is like an expensive pump. Resolute Strike might make it, but we also have basically Naya fixing right now, so... And if we don't end up in warriors, we could also start like a landfall thing, because this green-red could be a landfall. Utility Knife is an option. I like Seagate Colossus, but we're trying to be more low to the ground. It's like we'll just take this. Maybe one of these green creatures now. Yeah, so we can go basically warriors or sign kind of like a landfall, depending on the other cards that we open in the later packs. Does the damage to that creature equal to twice the number of creatures in your party? Well, this is an equipment that gives us flying, which we might need to get in, so let's pick that up. And we have a 4-mana warrior that's a 3/3. I think a Resolute Strike is probably a little better. Why have 4-mana 3/3s when we can pick up 3-mana 3/3s? I don't like the target opponent draws a card. You can just get the utility knife. I don't exactly know how many equipment we want, but having some is always nice. I think we want the disenchant more than the other card. But we don't really want 2 disenchants. Oh, hello. Morog, Fury of Akum. Yeah, let me just reserve that. That's a lot of text on there. And it's a warrior, which works with our theme. So we'll be passing some pretty nice warriors that we hope to come around. But we're definitely taking the mythic rare 6/6. Okay. So we have a Scavenge Blade, which is a red equipment. But I think we already have 2 equipment. We might just want creatures. There's 2 warriors here. And this gets +1/+0 for each creature in your party. We're pretty much just going to be warriors, though, not really a full party sort of deal. So I might take... because we just have the 1 rogue if we're just doing red-white. So I don't think this is better, because this can pump itself. And it's a 1/3 anyway, so... Alright, Kazul's Fury. So that requires you to sacrifice a creature. Sizzling Barrage. It's not the best removal, because they have to actually be blocking for it to work, but... So that's a warrior. Creatures you control get pumped. Molten Blast, I think, is a little expensive, but if depending on how many bad artifact or just totally lost what I was going to say. But the Spikefield Hazard might be the pick, because it's also a land if we need it to be. So we could actually run less lands by doing that. Oh, I do like Thundering Reboot, though. This one they don't have to be blocking. So it's looking less and less likely that we're playing green. So we'll probably just move this over. The red-green is still on the fence, but probably not playing that either. I'll just leave it in for right now. Maybe if we're hard up for creatures or something, it is a 2-mana with the landfall ability. I don't know how often we're going to be casting this Fury of Akum. But its landfall trigger seems very useful. Alright, so more white cards. We like that. Journey to Oblivion's a little expensive if we're just having one of the types, but I think it's still worth it because it deals with anything, pretty much. And it's still going to cost 4, possibly 3, if we get our 1 rogue out with a warrior. But yeah, I like the non-land permanent. Because I'd much rather run something like that than a disenchant, because if they don't play any artifacts or enchantments, it's just a dead card. Alright, and for this... Oh, it's a little mouse. That's so cute. So I think I might just go with another 2-mana warrior. Here... Ooh, we have this warrior, which is a bigger boy. Scorch Rider. Yeah, I don't think Brushfire Elemental is getting there, but that's fine. I'm liking how this is shaping up. We need a little bit better removal than the Sizzling Barrage, but ooh, the Core Blade Master came around. That is exactly what we want. It's 2 mana, fits in our curve, works with our warrior and equipment theme. And that 2 mana red equipment came around. Yeah, let's do it. And I don't think we're playing 2 Resolute Strikes, but it's better than everything else there. Yeah, it doesn't really matter here. So now that we have the red equipment, I think I'm going to move the utility knife over. Tormenting Voices I'm actually fine with. In red-white, you do need a little card draw. And a lot of times, especially with our curve, we don't really need that many lands. So, oh, what is this? 3 mana, 3/3 warrior that deals with equipment. Yes. Love that journey for me. Let's just snatch that baby right up. And now that we have 2 things that deal with equipment, I might be playing all 3 of our equipments. So here's a Sizzling Barrage. I'm not thrilled at taking a second one of these, but it might be one of our only forms of early or cheap early removal, because we do need to be getting in there with creatures. So like here, there's really nothing for us. Guess we'll just take a Rabid Bite because we do have that green duel. This is a 2 mana warrior. I'm fine with that. And ooh, this one is exactly what we're looking for. 3 mana, 3/2, pump it if he attacks with another warrior. Yeah, definitely. And another warrior has an ability that we don't already have. I like it. This one, the 3 mana 2/3 is also a consideration, but the chance to make them not block when they really need to could come in very clutch. I feel it's more of a less replaceable effect than the gains 2 power if you attack with another warrior, or as long as you control another warrior, I think it is. I didn't really read it that closely. But we might want to play this utility knife now that we have so many. Are we going to play a bird? I think a bird is better than another utility knife, because we need creatures. And it does fly. Allied Assault, not where I want to be. Might just be taking another warrior here. So I think I'm going to take another one of these. I already have 2 of the red 2-mana warriors. Skyclave Sentinel. I don't like that this can't attack unless it's kicked, because we're not really planning on getting a ton of mana. Oh, I don't even know what I picked. I was busy reading. But we'll take another 2-mana equipment. Oh, okay, it was that thing. Let's move that to the sideboard. These last picks probably don't matter. But yeah, I'm very happy with how this draft turned out. Kind of started off in the dark, but I think we got there with something playable. Alright, so I do need to... I don't want to run this many lands, because our curve is pretty low. So I like the duel. I hate how it autofills the lands back up, though. So let's get rid of a white, because we have more red than white. So we still need to cut 2 cards. I like all of these. Oh, this is also a land, though. So we could probably take out another one. So now we just have to cut 1 card, and we can still run effectively 16 lands. Sneaking Guide is like our only 1-drop. I feel like we need it, even though it's not a warrior. I think Disenchant. Yeah. Yeah, so we got 40 cards. I think this is the deck. I like everything in here, so yeah, looks like it'll work, and I will see you guys for the gameplay. Okay, game 1 with our Boros Warriors against Astro Spoon. Well, I definitely like this. I like this a lot. We have all our colors, we have a good curve. We can make things happen with this. Two-mana warrior into 3-mana warrior into win. Okay, I love that they didn't play anything, so now we can get in for 3 damage and then play our 3-mana warrior. Because then if they play anything after that, we can just destroy it. And then get in for a ton of damage. And it has 4 toughness. How perfect is that? And we still have enough mana to play our Core Blade Master after we attack. So I don't know if there's a whole lot they can do here. I think they have a removal spell and they're just deciding which one to kill. Or maybe they can't kill the 3-mana creature because... Okay, yeah. Had too much toughness, so yeah, I think it's pretty much over at this point, especially now that we drew another warrior we can play. What does that do? Okay, so they're going to kill that. Yeah, so they have to block the 6/5. And we're going to play our rare 3-mana 3/3 and probably just going to end the game. And as you can see, my rank is super low because I haven't actually been drafting at all, so hopefully we can get that up. Oh, what a good, wholesome use of good game. But that's a nice game one for us with our Boros Warriors. I'll see you for the next one. Alright, game 2 against Nasdorf. I'll keep this because we have red-white and we have stuff we can do. We have another red. Let's see if they are the same deck we are. Yep, they pretty much are. I feel like Warriors is going to be kind of a common theme because it seems to be pretty powerful and not too difficult to draft. Also, MTG Arena just likes to pair you up with people playing the exact same deck you have. And this is where the downside of the Sizzling Barrage is they have to block for it to become useful. Like, if I were to attack, they have absolutely no reason to block. So unless you're applying more pressure than the opponent, it's a pretty dead removal spell. Especially when they have a card like that. That's the equipment we needed. Wow, that is good. I think we're going to be binding that creature. That axe is going to be a huge problem. I mean, maybe they block. I don't see why they would. Yeah, like this just telegraphs that I have something, but there's no reason not to attack because there's no way I can block that creature without losing one of my own. So they are exactly like our deck, just slightly better. I mean, on the whole, I don't know if their deck is better, but they're definitely getting better cards than we are at the moment. So with this mana, I can pump our 2-mana warrior to block the 4/3. This 1/1 rogue is not doing much for us right now. Oh joy, they have a hasty 5/4. Well, looks like the 1/1's going on chump duty, because this is only when a creature blocks. So now our 4/3 is pretty much blocking that 5/4. I should probably just ditch this Sizzling Barrage with the Tormenting Voice. Because they're pretty much never blocking us, and I need more stuff to do. What is that? So their deck is pretty much just better. So now we can block the flyer. We still can't block the 3/4 though. That axe has just been a thorn this whole game. So now they can attack and probably pump, because there's no reason not to. Unless they have more. Okay, yeah, now they have a 3/1. Ooh. Oh god, 2 lands. Yep, it's pretty much over at this point. Because I could block. Yeah, there's no way I can actually win that. Maybe if I hadn't drawn 2 lands, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Alright, game 3 against Branadino. No red and our 6-drop in our opening hand is not really where I want to be. So I currently can't cast any of the cards in my hand. That's a mulligan. And this is better. I think we'll just get rid of one of these lands. You don't really need 2 red right now. Oh, look, another aggressive deck. We may or may not get any creatures. Remains to be seen. I will be using a Tormenting Voice next turn if we do not. That's actually a really good 1-drop to have in an aggressive deck. But by the time we get a creature, it may just be too late. Well, the Blade Master blocks the 3/1. Which I think is our best bet. Because anything else would just trade with the 3/1. They're still hitting us for too much, though. They had a really good curve, and they also just got the head start on us. Oh, okay, so that was indestructible. I think this one is a lost cause, if I'm not mistaken, because next turn, if they have a land, they can deal 5 to us no matter what. Or they just have an extra 4/4, so that'll do it. Hopefully we can get a better showing with this warrior deck. Alright, game 4 against Amorphity. Okay, this is a much better hand. Didn't have to mulligan either. I'm really not impressed with these sizzling barrages, though. I probably won't draft them that highly next time. Ooh, a 1/2 that doesn't die to our 1 mana spell. And another warrior deck. It's probably going to be one of the common aggressive decks of the format. And they're going to kill our thing. Unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. Now, are they mono red, or are they just missing their second color? Because if they are missing their second color, it actually hasn't affected them that much. So the 3/3 blocks the 2/2 when it attacks, and then the 4/2 can block the 4/3. So we're basically on block duty right now. We're actually getting closer to being able to cast our 6 mana bomb, though. And they definitely have something. I'm not going to risk my 3/3. Let's attack first, because they might block and we can kill that thing. So we'll play this as a land, and then we can play this. Ooh, that's a Seagate Colossus. Otherwise known as a Yikes. So we can pump twice, actually. I don't know if I want to pump twice, because we could also play the 3/3. Yeah, let's do it. So I'm really hoping if we can, they're going to attack with everything probably, we can take it. So then next turn, if we hopefully draw a land, I can play our 6 mana Minotaur, then do the landfall trigger to get an extra combat step. Which should be able to win us the game. Okay, we drew the land. Excellent. So we need to play this before the land so we get the trigger. Alright, so now we should get 2 combat steps. Wait, why didn't we get 2 combat steps? Did I not read this right? Well, that sucks. Gonna have to go back and actually read that. I don't know why that didn't work. So we're at 1 life. I think they could have something. I feel like it's better because we could just win if we pump twice. And any type of like burn spell kills us, so I feel like it's better just to try and win right now. I have no idea why that Minotaur thing didn't work though. Okay, I mean we won anyway, but we should have won last turn. But oh well, I will see you guys for the next game. Okay, now we're against Stardust, and I actually did go and look back at that card, so I think my mistake was you need to do your combat step first. So basically main 1, you play the Minotaur, and this is a hard mulligan, by the way. So anyway, turn 1, let's do our hand first. So this is fine. Let's get rid of this bird. So you basically, first main, you play the Minotaur. They get boosted for attacking, and then in your second main, you play a land, get the landfall trigger for an additional combat step, and then you attack again. So, moral of this story, don't play that and landfall on your first main phase. 'Cause apparently it doesn't work. Oh my god, is Sizzling Barrage actually going to be useful? Never thought I'd see the day. And if they're just going to spend a turn playing spare supplies, that's fine. I think I want to play the 3-1 because we can give it flying next turn and do more damage that way. I'm not going to give it flying this turn because they could easily have a removal spell, and these equipments get worse if you have to reattach them to a creature, so I'm going to just spend 1 mana next turn and attach it. Because if we don't draw a land, I can do that and play a 2-mana creature. So now they didn't kill it, we can give it flying and get in there. Okay, so they're going to kill it now. And we actually don't care if they attack. Because we're just going to get in there for damage anyway. And we might as well spend our last 2 mana equipping this. More mana efficient that way. And if they're drawing a card with that, that's actually a good sign. They don't really have anything. I don't need to Nahiri's Binding, because they actually can't block with that 2/2 anyway. And we're just going to pump because we have nothing else to do with our mana. So they must be holding like counter spells or something, because they're not doing anything, and they have a lot of cards in hand. And they just give up. That works, I guess. See you guys for the next game. Alright, now we're up against Oh My Cherry Pie. So we're gonna keep it, but we don't have any creatures. Feel like we're gonna be like, I probably wouldn't have kept this if we weren't going first, but at least now we can Tormenting Voice away the Sizzling Barrage and get more cards, although we got another Sizzling Barrage and no creatures. If they don't do anything, okay, so now we have a creature. Step 1. And same thing as last game, I'm not going to roll out one of these equipments if they're just going to kill my creature, which red could do very easily. We're just going to play an axe, okay. Okay. I feel like that good game was a little premature, but I like the spot we're in now. And I am going to use this now because it's unlikely that they'll kill the 1/3. If they're going to kill something, it would most likely be the 4/2. Ooh, that looks like a good target for Journey to Oblivion, because you don't need to be getting more cards. So we can get rid of that creature with our Sizzling Barrage, and then we can pump. Because we don't need them equipping that warrior with the axe. So they were stuck on a second color. But it's interesting, they didn't actually play a black spell. So they're gonna block here, we can pump and still hold up mana for our pump spell. All we need to do is get in one hit with this guy. If we could draw a rare 3/3, that'll let us draw more cards, I would love that. Because we need some more stuff to do. They have a lot of cards in their hand. And any removal spell kind of... Oh, that's not a removal spell. They don't have one because they definitely would have used it. And we milled two pretty unimportant cards. I don't like all these lands we're drawing, though. We have only 15 lands in the deck. Because now we have to attack. Because if we waited until next turn, they could just equip that creature with the axe, and they would still probably kill us with the... Actually, was that a... I don't think that was a warrior. Anyway, it's not a good idea to let them equip that with the axe. Let's put it that way. Okay, that doesn't fly. Unless they have some way to pump it and kill it. It doesn't look like they do. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's a win for us. Excellent. Oh, look, we did draw it. Okay, well that was a nice win that we needed. And rank up, yay! Alright, next game versus Shikaka89. Well, that's a lot of equipment and a 6-mana creature. And we're not going first. I hate decisions like this. I think we have to... I don't think we can keep this. Okay, this is better. And then we just get rid of our 6-mana creature that we can't play. And hope we draw stuff. Okay, that's stuff. That is the definition of stuff. Wow, another warrior deck. Such diversity in this format. Well, this one is Mardu. That's shaking it up a bit. Wonder which one they're splashing for. Black or white? Probably white if they have a black removal spell like that. Which I don't know if it's advisable to use that on a 2-mana 3/1, but it's whatever. I'm not going to complain too much. I'd rather they waste their removal spell on that creature than my Blade Master. Well, that's a biggin. But it does have 3 toughness, which we can conveniently kill. And that is a huge problem. Luckily, we have the Nahiri's Binding to take care of that. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Yes, they might be splashing white just for that creature. Oh, how much damage are we taking? You know what? If they don't block, we actually win. which they may not block. Don't do it. Nice. Yay for double strike creatures. Well, good game by the opponent. On to the next one. Alright. Next round versus Mikao. So, we have all red, no white. But if we draw white, this actually becomes very good. We go first. We can play 2 of our 4 creatures. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. We just have to trust in the heart of the cards. And not think about how often the heart of the card screws me over. Alright, so we didn't want to see that mountain. Not at all. Alright, so with a wizard tribal. I like the tormenting voice though. If we don't draw a white next turn, we can always get rid of this extra mountain, because we do not need 4 mountains. So they're drawing a lot of cards over there. Oh, but we drew a white. Thank God for the dual land. So next turn we can pump one of our warriors and play the core. Aw, why you gotta go and do that? But we could also just get rid of this land that we don't necessarily need. And we can play a burb. Because haven't you heard that bird is the word? What is that? Whenever he casts an instant or sorcery, gains flying. I don't appreciate that at one bit, actually. No, I think I'm gonna... They didn't block. I think I'm gonna pump and then play a 3-1. Well, that's a bullshit card. You stole my 3-1. So I have a couple things I can do here. I think I want to play this creature and then just binding the 4/3 flyer. I mean, most likely it'll become a flyer pretty much every turn. Oh, and they're gonna get back their thing that takes my creature? Well, this is a pickle, especially when we drew a land. So I chose that the red creature can't block because if they can somehow, I don't want them to be able to somehow reuse that ability to get back an instant or sorcery. So now what did they take? They probably take the bird. Or they just give up. That was a little premature, I feel like, but I mean, it's another win. I'll take it. Alright, one way or another, our last game against Bob14. And this seems like a very good start. We have basically all the lands we need. We have a good curve. I'm liking our chances. Relic Amulet? What does this do? Maybe cast... That sucks. Okay, that's a perfect example of something you need disenchant for. Because that can just keep getting rid of our creatures, of which we only have 2. So now they can get rid of our 3/1. Wow, that's super annoying. We also really need to stop drawing lands. Like, there's no reason to be having this many lands. Oh, goodness me. There's Sultai. They could easily have a destroy target creature in their deck. Oh my god, we're gonna die because I keep drawing lands. I only have 15 in this deck, right? Like, why have I drawn a land every single turn? I don't know if there's anything I can do. I can't attack unless I use my thing. I really want them to try and kill my creature with their Relic Amulet, and then I can pump to save it. Because that Relic Amulet is a huge problem. Or I'm just going to have to... Oh, this is unfortunate. So, yeah, that's a very good card. Oh, game, not like this. This deck was so good. Why am I dying to Flood? 15 lands and I have 8 of them. And this doesn't help at all. Well, it blocks the 2/3, at least until they put another charge counter. Like that. What you gonna do? Yep, no blocks. There's just another land in my hand. Oh god, so this is how it ends. A slow, painful death. Not the way I really wanted to end my first Zendikar draft, but on the bright side, we did get enough to pay for another draft, and we got a bunch of wins, so let's see if we draw another land next turn. I feel like that Relic Amulet should have been a rare, but maybe I'm just salty because it's wrecking me. Oh, look at that removal. That doesn't actually help us win. So that's all she wrote, folks. But all in all, I mean, I like this format. It was a very fun draft. I'm just glad we were able to do well enough for draft number 1. So I'll just claim this prize, and thank you everyone so much for watching. Consider liking and subscribing to the channel to see more draft videos, and I'll see you for the next one.